IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal, and Dagger Law.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight we're at Tom Petty Gymnasium at Bloom Carroll High School for a non-league matchup between the Bulldogs of Bloom Carroll and the Bishop Hartley Hawks. And Tim, taking a look at this basketball game, Hartley comes in 7-3 under longtime head coach Randy Kortokrax. And this is a team that the coaching staff kind of feels like they are a little better than 7-3.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to speak with Coach Groves, assistant basketball coach, and he says they could be pretty good. You know, of those three losses we just talked about, they lost to an undefeated Indian Valley team over in a little tournament over there in Eastern Ohio. They've also lost to undefeated Reedy. Reedy has kind of shocked the area of Central District. They're 10-0. And then, of course, they had a battle with Groveport and lost a close game in the fourth quarter, and Groveport's made great strides this year.
On the other side, for the home team, the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs, Coach Eric Mitchell, or Brett Mitchell, sorry about that, they've looking back to baseball years, trying to get some things going with his team. You know, of course, longtime coach Petty, Mitchell coached under him, so he's got a lot of advice, a lot of smarts in there that he learned from Coach Petty. Yes,
and I know Brett, he's just trying to get him to play more consistent. Just raise the level of how hard you play by a notch, and just be a little more consistent. They've shot the ball well. I had an opportunity to see him last Thursday. Shot the ball really well, played really well defensively for a half. But unfortunately, like Brett said, we're just not putting it all every minute. And I said, well, that's part of the process of teaching young people how to be consistent.
What are some of the matchups that our viewers should look for tonight on the court individually?
Well, you know, Hartley's got some weapons. When you come in, you know, we talk about three players that the Hawks have. Number one, Garrett Tipton, number 20, he has already signed, number 10. Garrett's already got a scholarship to Bellarmine in Louisville, which is the D2 school, coached by Scott Davenport. And Scott Davenport was an assistant at Louisville with Coach Patino and Coach Grumman. They're 13-0 right now.
Wow.
So for them to take a player of his ability, he's pretty good.
Yeah. Sheridan Funeral Home tip-off coming your way. The Sheridan family and staff have been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. Contact Sheridan Funeral Home at 740-653-4633 to set up an appointment with a caring professional. Hawks control the tip. It'll be Morgan Safford getting it left side to Tipton. I'll dump back inside to Tipton and up and in.
Yeah, and he's had a great year, Jared. He's averaging almost 16 points, 13 rebounds a game, and you know, that's going to be a real challenge for Carroll. Did a nice job of ISOing him on a duck-in and a good pass by Safford.
Feeney gets it left side to Otto Coons, who's having a good year himself for the Bulldogs. Now it's Allen Meadows. Now to Johnson, now down to Feeney. Bulldogs just kind of feeling out that defense from the Hawks. Johnson being worked on by Major Lowe. Dump out to Feeney. His three no good. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here they come. Lowe quickly up ahead. Peyton Collins drains the three.
He's shooting 56% from the field for the season, Jared. I mean, he's just had a great start to the first half of this season.
The big guy, 6'7", not afraid to step outside and shoot the long range.
And he's a junior.
Yeah, averaging 15.7 points a ball game. Here's a three on the other end for Allen Meadows.
Yeah, good swing by Carroll right there. Found the open man. You know, they rely on the three-point shot an awful lot.
5-3 your score, 6:24 and running here in the first period. There's Morgan Safford. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around, and a jump ball going to be called. Nice job by Allen Meadows. It looked like Collins had control of it, but Allen Meadows just reaches in there and ties him up.
Well, they're going to have to really scrap on the boards. I think one of their weaknesses has been attacking the boards on the defensive end, and you're kind of outsized tonight. So here's Hartley throwing a little 2-3 extended matchup at him. Yep.
Ball stolen away. Morgan Safford going the other way and slams it home.
Yeah, soft passes further than 10, 12 feet away are not going to make it against Hartley.
7-3, 5:52 and running here in the first.
You know, Coach Groves told me Safford's getting some looks from mid-major teams. I can see why.
Yeah. 6'4" junior, averaging 12.4 points a ball game.
And we saw him handle the ball, too, to initiate the game, and that always helps when you have a kid of that size that can handle it.
Meadows gets it right side.
Little box set, looking to shuffle cut, and they're just overplaying it, just not letting them go where they want to go. That's good defense.
Here's Thurett. Now back over to Ethan Johnson. Good tight defense from the Hawks. Johnson, nice spin move, jump shot no good. Rebounded by Safford. Here come the Hawks, quickly up ahead. It's Tipton, now back to Safford. Now three-pointer tip put up by Wagging, and it's no good.
Great block out right there.
Yep. Ethan Johnson brings it up for the Bulldogs. They trail at 7-3. 4:59 to play in the first period. Three on the corner, no good. Ball loose on the floor, controlled by the Hawks. Here they come. Safford to the block, shot no good. Tipped in the rebound, his putback no good. Controlled by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they got lucky there. Hartley got a second chance, point blank, and he just missed it. They're going to have to rebound the ball a little better than they have been.
Right side, here's Thurett. Now back out front to Meadows. Right side, Ethan Johnson for three, no good. Not a lot of crashing of the boards there, except for the Hawks in there. Major Low swinging to right side. Into the corner to Collins. Looking for some cutters. Get it to Major Low. Now Garrett Tipton. Nice patience from this Hawk offense. Collins inside the paint, kick out for three in the corner. Mark Wagging, and it's no good.
Yeah, it's a foul.
Yep. Going to get Peyton Collins with the, no, check that. Going to get Ethan Johnson with the foul. Here's a replay of the dunk from Morgan Safford.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for him.
Makes it look easy.
Just took it easy. No statements there.
Replays tonight brought to you by Kumler Collision and Automotive. We've got a stoppage here as Carroll was about to inbound the ball, but the official had called the foul on the Bulldogs.
Well, Brett saw what I saw.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was.
I saw the push off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Official just missed the call.
So the Hawks will keep the basketball. Low, right side now to Huser. Back over. I'll get it inside, and a whistle and a foul going to be called, this time on Darren Feeney.
Yeah, look at the size comparison there. Just riding him. It's his only chance.
Hawks to inbound underneath their own hoop. They lead at 7-3. Major Low takes a screen. Kick it back out front. Up top of the key, Garrett Tipton. And pass is stolen away. Tried to skip pass it over, and a nice job by Thurett to jump in front of it.
Got to keep moving the ball now.
Yep.
The ball can't stop. When you get into your secondary break, there's a great cut.
Shot off the glass, no good for Coons. He hustled for the rebound, but he tips it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Hawks.
That was a really good cut. Good shot. They're competing right now, Jared. Bulldogs are. Hartley's got a big size advantage. Gonna run a little set here.
Just under 3 minutes to play in the first period.
Here comes another shuffle cut. A little UCLA, the 2-1-2 cuts. Just clearing out and pitching.
Three-pointer tip put up, no good for Major Lowe, and a whistle and a foul going to be called on the Hawks. Garrett Tipton has called for it. That's his first, and the first one on the Hawks. Morgan Safford checks back into the ball game. He'll replace Peyton Collins. Johnson out and out of Meadows.
You got a back cut versus pressure.
Thorette for three, got it. 6 points in the ballgame for the Bulldogs, both from threes. They're all 6 from threes, and now a turnover.
It's the neutralizer, Jared. When you don't have the size to really throw it into a post-up situation, it is a neutralizer in today's game.
What was the stat you were telling me about before we went on the air? A 50-point ball game before the, and there's another one for Thorette before a three-point line came out.
Yeah, Marlo Mills.
Yeah.
Marlo scored 50 a few times. Liberty grad and taught and coached here at Carroll many, many moons.
Carroll with their first lead of the night, 9-7. Nice quick ball movement by the Hawks. Here's a three, no good. Rebounded by Allen Meadows. Here come the Bulldogs. In the corner, again, Ethan Johnson for three. No good, nobody in there to rebound. And a whistle and a timeout. Coach Quartercrack's going to take one.
I'm not sure he's real happy right now with the way they've played here in the last few minutes.
Timeouts tonight brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. You can check out their sweet deals on their website at carriagecompany.com.
And let's say thanks to your community newspaper, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette. They give you news, weather, sports, and so much more at LancasterEagleGazette.com. For up-to-date game stats, look for them on Twitter at #EagleGazette.
9-7 the score, minute 39 to play here in this first period. Bloom Carroll got off to a slow start. They've come back with some threes to take a 9-7 lead.
Well, that's really their focus. You can see the replay right here. Just too much space, and the defender really did not make a great effort to get around the body and screen there. He made an effort, but not as good as you have to have at the varsity level. Like I said, Bloom Carroll's strength is shooting the ball and shooting it from three, so that's their neutralizing factor. They've just got to be more consistent, rebounding the ball, taking care of the ball, simple little things. I know
Ryan Huser stepped out of bounds.
I know Coach Mitchell said they've worked a lot on trying to just get their mindset a little more focused, tougher, and because it really doesn't matter, Jared, what offense and defense you play if you don't have those qualities to compete.
Good look there at Coach Brett Mitchell, one of the good young coaches in our area.
That's what we need. We need good young people that's involved into the game of basketball for our kids. They deserve it. The school districts deserve it.
Not only getting it done here on the basketball court, but in the classroom as well.
Well, when you look at the grades, I think Coach Mitchell sent you a response there, and they talk about 17 out of their 22 kids in their high school program have a 3-point above for the first quarter, and he had 6 of them with a 4.0 or better. See, that's
impressive.
That's getting it done.
And they follow their leader, that's for sure. Coach Mitchell doing a great job. Here's a steal, going the other way and slamming it home, Morgan Safford.
Now, that was the one that made a statement.
Yeah.
The other one was ease and cruise.
That was strong right there.
Yeah, he went with a purpose.
Ties it up at 9. Just over a minute to play. We've got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball.
Well, Hartley's doing a pretty good job trying to overplay the wings and not allow entry. And the Bloom Carroll kids just got to know that there's an alternate to when the ball's denied at a certain spot, then you go to the next phase of the offense. Here you go. Here's another turnover. See, he threw the ball across his body. Yeah, this is easy for Morgan right there. taking it down. This is good.
Under a minute to play, and the Bulldogs just going to hold it here,
See,
try
I
to get
agree.
a last shot.
You know what? I would say, yeah, if you're Hartley and you're better, then come and get me.
Yep.
Now they go to a 1-2-2 extended. I agree with that. That's good. But you got to be able to keep your poise if you're Bloom Carroll. Wow.
Coons with the basketball.
They need somebody
now.
in the middle of the floor.
Wow. And he traveled with the basketball.
Yeah, there was nobody at the foul line, Jared.
Boy, they got after it there in those last 15 seconds.
Well, they're going to. I mean, you know, I think that's smart on Coach Quartercrack's part too, not sit back and, you know, play a pace game.
Right.
You know, they have more size, more length, then use it.
So 28 seconds of play in the first period. Tied up at 9. Safford gets it left side to Weiging. Now Albanese.
Let's go 5 out. I like the movement. And then they're going to run it down here to about 8 seconds and do the ISO, Jared. We've talked about this end of quarter stuff.
Here's the 8 seconds. Here goes Safford. And the pass goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Bulldogs with 5.4.
Yeah, that's not quite the execution you want.
Ethan Johnson quickly up ahead to Darren Feeney. His three no good. And we'll end the first period tied up at 9. So Coach Brett Mitchell got to be, you know, pretty pleased after the slow start they had to come back and be tied after 1.
Yeah, and I thought they rebounded the ball a little better there than they have been, and did a nice job blocking out and on the board. Just got to take care of the basketball. If you think back, Hartley scored 9 points, but 4 of those were in transition on steals.
Yeah.
And some of it comes down just like the last pass that was intercepted. All the player has to do is pivot. When we say throw across your body, that means taking the ball from one side, one shoulder across, and throwing the ball across the other shoulder. In basketball, especially at the varsity level, hands are going to get on those balls, and Hartley does a great job of converting turnovers into points.
Yeah. Scoreboard sponsor tonight, Buffalo Wild Wings. You see it there on the screen right now. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the gang for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive. So at the end of 1, we're tied up at 9.
Interesting game. And again, you know, what Coach Mitchell's looking for is consistency. Now, can you take that 8 minutes and in 4-minute segments here in this quarter, can you play with that same kind of effort, that same kind of intensity? Yeah, you made some mistakes, but you're tied with a pretty doggone good team.
Yeah.
And that's how you get good, Jared. You get good by being consistent.
Quickly want to say thanks to Chad Little, the athletic director here at Bloom Carroll High School, also the head girls basketball coach here. Always very cordial to us, getting us a good place to set and getting our guys set up. I know they had some practices going on when our guys showed up to set up, but they always are cordial. And, you know, of course, Nate Conrad, the new principal out here, they're doing a great job. And we talked about it before we went on the air. This is just a great place with some good people.
There's the post feed.
Little
he
hook
went
shot,
away,
no good.
but
yeah.
he went away
Fell
from the
away,
basket.
Yep.
Yeah, he got shoved away.
Ball loose on the floor, and he's laying out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks.
That's good effort. You just, you know, you got to fight for your life when you're undersized like that, and that's what they did. They got a loose ball tip, just got to scrap. Did a good job on the post, moving him off the block.
Safford to inbound. Needs to get rid of it. 5-second violation.
Well, you got to have a clock in your mind right there as an out of bounds player.
And that one got Coach Quartercracks off the bench. He was not happy with that one.
Yeah, that won't make you happy.
Johnson right side to Meadows.
You got a back cut right there.
Now to Brown.
Little flex action.
Marquise Brown averaging 12.9 points per ball game, and there we see why.
Yeah, a little dribble penetration got him a shot right in the paint.
Here's Safford the other way. Nice little jump shot.
Great control right there, Jared. Sprinting in transition, stop and pop. Good feed from Tipton.
6 points for Morgan Safford. Meadows picks up his dribble, gives it off to Brown. Now back to Meadows for 3. No good. P.J. Daniels Gets it up to Safford. Here's Collins. Now it's Tipton. Collins will fire up the three. It's almost a set shot, but when you're that tall,
well, yeah, he's
shooting down at the
6'7", he's
basket.
strong. It's 2 for him tonight.
Yeah. 14-11 Hawks. Brown gets it to Thorette. A bit of a mismatch there. Now Meadows will pull it out. You hear Coach Mitchell saying, patience, be calm.
There you go. You got your flex action. Down screen and then the back screen here. You'll see. See, they're getting a little antsy though.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to keep your composure. Put it on your hip. Take your time.
This is Brown, Marquise Brown. Almost picked it up right there. Gets it down the left side, Thorette. He's got 2 threes in the ball game. Really brought him back when they were down by 6. He hit 2 threes in a row to tie it up. Now we've got a whistle and a foul, an offensive foul on the screen. They'll get Darren Feeney up with it.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I know officials look really, you know, it's always seems to be a point of emphasis every year.
That's 2 on Feeney. So 5:20 to play in the first half, 14-11 Hawks. Here's Safford. Kicks it over to Lowe.
Good job by Meadows in the post defense on Tipton. Didn't let him get on him on the deck.
Safford, little jumper,
Yep.
It's good.
He's just really good player, Jared.
Yes,
And
he is.
They were just too late on the switch. They made the switch, but you got to be a little more urgent because he's so good.
That's 8 for Morgan Safford.
I just like how he plays off 2 feet on
Yeah.
balance, Jared.
Marquise Brown saw an opening. Can't get the shot to go. Here comes Safford. Quickly the other way. Nice bounce pass. Up ahead to Morgan Lowe. His shot, or Major Lowe, his shot's no good. It's swatted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Mitchell and the Bulldogs.
Good timeout, really. Lost momentum here a little bit. Started to score. They haven't scored yet, or scored 2 points here in, 3:18. So just not quite as consistent, and that's what you're looking for. And let's say thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Glad you're with us on this Tuesday night. I was going to say a cold Tuesday night, but it's really not that cold compared to what we've had in the last week or two, right?
Yeah, I was glad somebody ordered that weather change. I mean, I felt like I was in a deep freeze for several days there.
But I got to tell you, apparently we might be getting some snow soon. You know how I know that? Went to the grocery store shortly before the ball game tonight. There were no carts, there were no baskets, and the lines were backed up down the aisle. So I'm like, are we supposed to get some snow? I mean,
wow.
No bread on the shelves, no milk.
I hope not too much. I like it, but not when it's on the road.
Right. As a basketball coach, I'm sure it was a nightmare with snow days and
practice times, all kinds of stuff.
4:38 to play in the first half. Hartley leads 16-11.
Yeah.
And a blocking foul going to be called on the Bulldogs, Allen Meadows.
You usually don't get a charge if only half your body.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying by that. I thought he caught him on the hip. If he chests him up square up, you'll probably get the call. See, I think right now, if I'm coaching, I'm just going to lob it into Peyton right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to lob it over their head right here on the block. What are they going to do if you just throw it in the air?
Yeah. Talking about Peyton Collins, number 15,
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah, I mean, just throw it in the air.
Yeah.
There's the back screen. He pops out. I mean, he's got a guard guarding him.
Mm-hmm. Here's P.J. Daniels, a freshman. Started out on the JV team, getting a lot of minutes on the varsity.
See, he
Shot
let
no
a
good
guard.
for Collins.
Yeah, he let a guard. He let a guard push him off the block, though. He could have caught the ball at 5 feet, Jared, and he ended up at 8, 9 feet out there and ran a running hook shot. He's big and strong enough that he just seal right there. Here comes your 1-1-2-3 zone.
And a whistle and a foul going to be called on P.J. Daniels.
You say that's the hand in the cookie jar there?
So Bulldog basketball underneath their own hoop. Meadows to inbound. Gets it into Thorette. And a whistle and a foul again away from the basketball. This one's going to be called on number 1, Mac Weiging.
Well, they've done their work scouting. I mean, Ethan Kuhn's coming off big game at Liberty last week. They're overplaying him, not letting him catch the ball, making him work. If you're going to run motion, you just got to get more movement, player and ball. There you go. That's what I was talking about they should do.
Here is Kuhn's, no good.
Yeah.
And ball fought for, and they'll keep it with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I like that officiating right there. That's just all ball, clean play, kids hustling, both sides.
Kuhn's to inbound, gets it into check that to Meadows.
There's a cut. See what it did to the defense? The
Marquise
problem
Brown
is
shot no good.
Ball's got to get swung before then you put it on the floor. But that cut, hard cut to the basket, Jared, takes the defense with you.
3-point attempt put up, no good for Peyton Collins. Rebounded by Brown. Here comes Brown quickly the other way. They've got numbers 3 on 3, and a whistle and a foul going to be called. They'll get a block on Major Lowe. That'll send Marquise Brown to the free throw line. Couple subs about to check in, one from each team. Free throw up and good for Marquise Brown. Chase Albanese comes into the ball game for the Hawks. Brown's second free throw off the front of the iron, no good. He must have known there's a sub about to check in for him. Wants to stay in a little longer.
I'm sure that does happen occasionally. Nice cut there. See how, they're cutting it a little hard, but you have to cut hard, even if you know you're not going to get the ball, Jared, because it influences the defensive flow.
Safford, boy, he's good.
Yeah, he's got a game, and it's under control.
Yep.
That's the best compliment I can give him. He's under control.
Nice soft touch on his shot, too. 18-12. Hawks under 3 minutes to play in the first half, and good decision by Alan Meadows. He was tied up with nobody to throw it to, so he just called the timeout.
Well, trying to run a set play, and when you don't have all 5 people knowing what the play is, Jared, that's what happens.
Yeah. Taking a look inside the huddle there for Bloom Carroll and Coach Mitchell. Of course, you see some familiar faces in there. One of their coaches who just came out of the college ranks that we got to see several times play.
Yeah, A.J. Ireland. There's A.J., Marietta grad, and got to win a league championship one night down there, and we saw him get disappointed one night. So
that's true.
We'll see where we are back with the OAC here in February. It looks like a tight race in the conference.
Definitely
you and I have been
does.
talking about that.
2:43 to play in the first half. 18-12 Hartley. Inbound pass comes into Caleb Swartz. And he'll get it back to Meadows.
There you go, a little better, a little cross screen right there. Coons, if he steps in, can get the ball there. Good cut.
Meadows to the hoop, shot off the glass, no good, but he's fouled.
I tell you, Alan Meadows done a really good job. He's kind of considered their big man, but he's clear out on the perimeter. He's done a nice job handling the ball. He's keeping his composure. And did a real good job.
First free throw, no good. Peyton Collins comes back in for the Hawks. Speaking of Alan Meadows, he's committed to play baseball at Tiffin. So he'll be moving on to the next level.
Yeah, good for him.
Second free throw good for Alan Meadows. Gives him 4 in the ball game. 18-13. Daniels swings it left side to Safford.
See, I like the movement. They cut back door, then a little rub cut to get him back in the post.
Oh, and Albanese dragged that pivot foot. .208 and counting here in this first half. 18-13. Try to get it inside to Coons. They've held him pretty quiet tonight.
Well, they've overplayed him. He's not used to that. That's going to happen more and more since the games he has. Because he can get on a roll.
Yeah. Coons to inbound. Gets it into Thorette.
Just got to move it. Now you go organize them. Nothing like running the point with your post player, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's worked.
Yep.
I mean, it's relieved the pressure. Got a back cut versus pressure. I've said it once tonight. I've said it too many times.
Here's Thorette. Thought about the three, doesn't take it. And the ball stolen away momentarily, but tipped out of bounds by P.J. Daniels.
Yeah, when you go to the corner, Jared, it's kind of like driving into your own tomb. There's no place to go. There's nothing to do there unless you're going baseline to score.
Meadows gets it right side, three-point attempt put up for Ethan Johnson, and he drains it.
Yeah, nice job by Ethan right there. Nice stroke. Puts him right back in the game, Jared.
Down by 2, 18-16. And now Johnson going to be called for the foul. That'll be his second.
Yeah, that's just a discipline, a defensive discipline, not to reach.
Mac Wigan going to check back in for the Hawks. And Marquise Brown for the Bulldogs.
Hey, he sold his shot right there.
Daniels inbounds it to Safford. His team leads it by 2, 18-16.
Little slash cut.
Out top, Daniels. Now left side to Safford.
Yep, they're running the shuffle. See the high post? He's shuffling off of him. That's a good idea to get Safford in the post, and a good double team by the Bulldogs.
Nice job by the Bulldogs. Stolen away by Caleb Swartz. Quickly up ahead. Here comes Coons off the glass and in.
Got a tie game, Jared.
Under a minute to play. We're tied up at 18. Swartz has come off the bench and picked up some defense for the Bulldogs. Quick ball movement for the Hawks. Get it down to the corner to Daniels. Out of Safford off the move. His shot no good. Rebound and put back no good, but a foul going to be called on the Bulldogs to send Peyton Collins to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's the part of their defensive game that the Bulldogs really have to tighten down, Jared. Because you played a great possession right there defensively. Kept people in front of you, got a shot, and they get it on the boards. And I realize Peyton's really good, but you can still block him out.
Right. Free throw for Collins, up and good. Give him 7 in the ball game. Major Lowe checks back in. He'll replace Mac Wigan.
Now see if Coach Quartercraft goes to a little change in his defense here at the end of the 25 seconds. Put a little pressure. See if he can get a quick up. Yep.
20-18 the score.
Yeah, you want to run this down to 8. I'll have you coached about this 4 years over, buddy.
Exactly. So we'll see what Meadows does here. Is he going to go one-on-one? Is he going to give it up? Here's the 8-second mark. Meadows goes to the block. Shot blocked, but he's fouled.
That's a good job by Peyton Collins handing the official the ball.
Yep.
You know, if you've ever played a sport, you are emotional, whatever, but he kept it in check. Had just a second. I really like that. I like that when players care.
Free throw up and good for Allen Meadows.
He's had a good night for the Bulldogs. He's doing a lot of things to help their team be successful.
Second one up also good. That ties it up at 20. As the Bulldogs will get a sub into the ball game.
Well, that's a good job by Brett subbing to slow down any momentum,
Yeah.
and you can't disorganize. You can stay organized here because you don't want them to get behind you.
Kiefer Reitz comes in, down to 4 seconds. PJ Daniels with the basketball to 1 second. Daniels from half court. Shot is up and no good. So at the end of the first half, we've got a good one on our hands here. Bloom Carroll tied up at 20. Tonight's halftime sponsors are Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1889. You can visit their website at funeralhome.com. And it will guide you through the choice of dignified funeral services with personalized options. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Halftime also brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Stop by and see Mark North at 2067 East Main Street in Lancaster. He'll provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with first half stats and analysis and also the second half action coming your way on the high school basketball game of the week.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal, and Dagger Law.
Hi, I'm Rich. Welcome to Lines Auto Service.
Lines Auto Service, a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. We understand that your vehicle is essential to your everyday life, and we do our best to not only ensure your convenience, but care for your vehicle as if it was one of our own. We repair domestic and foreign vehicles and are your best choice for scheduled maintenance on your car, truck, SUV, or fleet vehicles, both new and old. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about you and your vehicle long after you leave. Lines Auto Service is family-owned and operated and uses the latest in diagnostic equipment to guarantee your vehicle is serviced correctly. We use only quality replacement parts, and our expert team of ASE-certified technicians will treat you with courtesy and respect. Stop by and see us at Lines Auto Service, 268 North Broad Street in Bremen, and we'll look forward to calling you our friend.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster or 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced.
Almost everyone needs a car to get from point A to point B, and many families have 2 or more cars. At Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster, we specialize in hard-to-find used cars. Due to the recent success of the new car market, there is a large inventory of used cars available for resale. We can help you find exactly what you're looking for. With over 15 years at this location and 27 years experience in the business, we are the best place to go to find your next car, truck, van, or SUV. As a member of the Better Business Bureau, we are a Carfax Advantage dealer and offer great financing rates through a local area bank with warranties available on most vehicles. We know your time is valuable, so we take special pride in making sure that you get what you came for at a price that you can afford.
Come into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
Stop by today and let us help you, or visit us online at carriagecompany.com.
For nearly 90 years, Kumler Collision and Automotive has shown a commitment to excellence with decades of experience and a passion for auto and body repair. Over the years, we've been a big part of seeing this community grow. Our employees are dedicated, hardworking members of this community and care about our customers long after they leave. Kumler Collision and Automotive. We're your neighbors, your friends, and if it's important to your family, it's important to ours.
The moment that you're told that you have cancer, so many things were going through my mind.
I had this pain that kind of doubled over, and FMC got me the help that I needed, so I ended up surviving.
Fairfield Medical Center has helped me get through what was the hardest 6 months of my life.
When I first came to Fairfield Medical Center, she was probably having an allergic reaction. They saved her life, and that's why she's here today.
Imagine your possibilities at Ohio University Lancaster-Pickerington. With over 250 majors to choose from, I get a great college education at half the price of other schools.
A lot of large campuses have huge class sizes where the professors don't even know you. At Ohio University, the classes are very small and the support you have is fantastic.
Campus life is awesome. There's always something to do between all the athletic events, student groups, and activities that you can always find your place in.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home to Ohio University Lancaster-Pickerington.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, the Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal, and Dagger Law.
Tom Petty Gymnasium here at Bloom Carroll High School. Your halftime score tied up at 20 between the Bulldogs of Bloom Carroll and the Hawks of Bishop Hartley. Taking a look at some first half scoring. First of all, for the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs, it's Ethan Johnson with 3 points. Marquise Brown has 3. Otto Coons with 2. Alan Meadows has 6. And Micah Thorette also has 6. For the Hawks of Bishop Hartley, Garrett Tipton has 2 points. It's Peyton Collins with 8. And Morgan Safford leads all scorers with 10 points. Pretty good first half. Coach Mitchell's got to be pretty pleased with his team.
Yeah, his team has balanced scoring. They have 4 players right around 10 points or more. Just got to get Otto the ball in some situations, and he's got to work a little harder to get the ball in some situations. And they got to continue to do the job on the boards. And you got, like I said, you got to remember, you can't have turnovers that lead to instant offense for the other team. And you know, right now Hartley's got to be a little shot because Tipton hasn't scored.
Right.
And you know, they're in a situation where they've had 2 players score for their 20 points.
Yeah. Tipton 15.8 is what he averages. They're holding him in check. On the other side, the Hawks are holding Otto Coons in check. So we mentioned Otto is averaging 15.7 points per ball game himself and is only at 2 right now. So,
so they've kind of neutralized each other there,
right.
really. I mean, that's why we have such a low-scoring half. 2 of the better offensive players just haven't been able to really get engaged.
Yep. So we're glad you're with us here for this high school basketball non-league action between Bloom Carroll and Bishop Hartley. Set to go for second half action. If the second half is any indicator, or the first half is any indication of how the second half will go, it's going to be a good one down to the finish. The Bulldogs will start with the basketball.
See, they're in their 2-3 here, trying to extend it, getting passing lanes.
There's Coons, quick pass inside to Meadows. His shot from the elbow, no good.
It's a great shot.
Yeah, he did a good job hustling for the rebound, but unfortunately for him, he's going to pick up a second foul.
Did a good job, got the ball right at the foul line, just missed a shot. That's a good offensive possession. Just got to finish it.
Major Lowe brings it up for the Hawks, who'll get it right side to Safford. Back out top to Lowe. Now right side to Peyton Collins. And into the hands of Weiging. Here's Safford cutting. Bad pass. Now Tipton. There's Tipton. He'll get it back out to Lowe. Safford tried to go baseline. Good job by Thurett to cut him off. Hawks being patient. Bulldogs doing a good job defensively. In the corner, here's Tipton.
Ball screen and roll. Good defense.
Thought Meadows was going to come away with it. Tipped into the hands of Lowe. Now a shot put up, no good. In and out for Peyton Collins, and it's tipped out of bounds, and it'll go to the Bulldogs.
It's a really good possession by Bloom Carroll right there, Jared.
New addition to the coaching staff down on the bench for Bloom Carroll, Wade Bartholomew. He was excited about the defense right there. Tell you what, we saw him all football season. He's definitely an excitable guy and does a good job with, obviously X's and O's on the football field, but does a good job with getting his personnel fired up. Allen Meadows steals it away, tries to save it.
Never.
But to Safford, and he gets an easy 2.
Never save the basketball under your own basket.
Gives the Hawks a 22-20 lead. There's Coach Bartholomew there.
Had a really good season this year.
Yes, they did. Coons with the basketball being worked on by Mac Weiging.
That's a great pitch.
Yes, it is.
And another good pass.
3 in the corner for Thurett, no good. Long rebound for Garrett Tipton. And a foul. Wow, just pushed him right in the back. Darren Feeney going to be called for it. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, it's an overreaction right there, Jared.
Yeah.
Calm down and play. Get your emotions in check, as we used to say. Channel it positive. Good job, everybody getting calm.
Safford inbound, gets it into Weiging. Right side now to Collins. Good pass inside. Now quick ball movement back out. And the 3 for Mac Weiging.
Well, that's somebody else scoring for the Hawks, and that's big for Hartley.
25-20. 5-0 run here to start this third period for Hartley. Meadows directs some traffic, picks up his dribble. Nobody's moving. Got to get somebody open. Now Thorette in the corner. Going to drive baseline and have it tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Here's the replay. Right at the end of that three by Wagging. There it was.
Really nice job. Good stroke.
Back to live action. Missed shot for the Bulldogs and a rebound for the Hawks, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hartley Hawks. Safford to inbound. Dump inside. Good strong move by Garrett Tipton.
Well, that's good coaching. Running their outside out of bounds under, and you screen down and pin and get it into. A lot of times people don't throw it into the guy when they need to.
Yep. Meadows three, no good.
Yeah, Bloom Carroll's not been very good offensively this first 4 minutes. They're competing defensively, but it's hard to hang in there when you can't score.
Three-pointer up and in for Peyton Collins. And the Hartley Hawks open up a 10-point lead on a 10-0 run here to begin this third period.
Yeah, Peyton's been the best three-point shooter in the game tonight.
Hey, that's his third one on the night.
Yep.
Tim, we have any more sponsors we'd like to say thank you to tonight?
Yeah, we do. We say thanks to Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal, LLC. They're fully insured and a locally owned business. Whether it's residential or commercial, they handle it all. Mowing, landscaping, mulching, spring and fall cleanup, and even pressure washing. Specializing in all your lawn care and snow removal needs, Absolute Lawn Care has you covered. They strive to provide the highest quality of work at low prices. For your free estimate, you can contact them at 740-215-5108.
4:27 to play in the third period, 30-20. Hartley Hawks on top of the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs. Hawks have come out a little more intensity here in this second half.
Well, it's a 10-0 run here. And like I said, I give Hartley credit defensively, and Carroll's not been real great offensively, and that's just turned into the lead that the Hawks now have.
Ethan Johnson with the basketball. Get it to Meadows. Looking for the cutter. Get it back out to Thorette, now to Marquise Brown. Here's Meadows. Not a lot of movement right now for this Bulldog offense. Here's Thorette. Meadows. Dribbles. Now picks it up and gets it back to Thorette. 3:42 and counting here in this third period. 30-20, Hawks on top. Kick back out to Meadows. At the top of the key, Marquise Brown fires up a three. No good. Rebounded by Peyton Collins and the Hawks.
Yeah, after you've worked the ball for that period of time, Jared, you could have gotten that shot at any time in the possession.
Safford, jumper inside the paint, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Ethan Johnson. Back out to Thorette. In the corner, Johnson fires up a three, and he hit it. Well, they needed that.
Sure did.
30-23, quickly the other way come the Hawks.
I don't know if some people understand what I'm talking about that last possession. Once you've moved the ball that much and worked it, then don't settle for something that you could have had earlier.
Right. Bounce pass inside to Collins. His shot up and in.
That time he did a better job of maintaining contact, not getting shoved away, and then took it to the rim.
Back to a 9-point lead. Here's Thorette. Goes on the drive, kick back out. Three-pointer put up and in again, Ethan Johnson.
That's the neutralizer. Nice penetrating pitch by Turot.
3 threes in the ball game now
look
for
here.
Johnson. There was the first one.
The
second one.
Yep, nothing but net.
Safford on the other end. Bank shot. Bucket and a foul.
Yeah, that was good help right there. He's just a good player. He's taller, and as we said, he's played off 2 feet and on balance.
Oh, they called the foul on Hartley.
Yeah.
On Peyton Collins. That's his second.
Yeah.
But the bucket counts.
Yeah, it was on the attempted rebound.
Yeah.
You know, one thing about Peyton as I watch him play, Jared, his hands are low when the ball's on the board. And you know what tendency to do is when they're low? Push.
Yeah.
You know, if he can get them a little higher and get them in what we call an L and show his hands, you can push with your lower body and do a lot of other things. It's all technique. Because what have we talked about? Why are fouls called? Because they look like it.
Right. 34-26, 2:10 and counting here in the third period. Meadows on the drive, kicks it back out to Brown. Now over to Thorette. Here's Meadows, down under 2 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, no problem with the possession. Just got to make sure that, there you go. Give it to the hot guy.
In the corner, he got it again.
That's a good recognition there.
Ethan Johnson with his team, all 9 of his team's points in this second half, but Safford answers on the other end.
Yeah, there's the equalizer.
36-29.
It's nice to see a player with a mid-range game.
Yeah,
Jared.
you're right. You're right.
It's kind of a lost part of the game right now.
Yep.
It's another way to score.
3 in the corner. No good this time for Caleb Swartz.
Yeah, not the right guy that time shooting it. Johnson been so hot.
And a whistle and a timeout. Coach Quartercrack's going to take one. His team leads at 36-29. Minute 16 to play here in this third period. Shu, what are you seeing so far in this second half?
Well, as we talked about to start the quarter, you know, Hartley got off to a big break here. You know, they've got 16 points already and had 20 at half. So, you know, they've kind of gotten the outburst here. I think their defense has turned into offense. Carroll's not been as efficient or as quite the execution that you would want offensively, but some of that comes with Hartley being able to pressure.
Mentioned earlier, we thanked Chad Little, the AD here. Also want to say thanks to these two coaches, Coach Quartercracks and Coach Brett Mitchell. I emailed them both this morning early, and we got back into school after some days off, unexpected days off, to get some stats and some information. Both of them immediately emailed me right back with information, and I just, you know, we got to appreciate the help that all the coaches give us around the area in doing these ball games. Both these guys excited to have us come out and talk up their teams.
It's invaluable because we can highlight the players that are involved in the game tonight, and they deserve that.
Right.
And as obviously the coaches do, we'll always highlight them, but we don't get an opportunity to see every team as much as we'd like and get around. So what they provide us is just of high quality.
You know, one of the things that Coach Mitchell gave me was that his team over the holidays, they helped out at a local church with you know, helping feed some needy and things like that at the Shalom Church Food Pantry. They did a great job. And, you know, that's what being a part of team sports is all about.
It is.
Back to action, 36-29. Hartley with the lead in the basketball. Out top, it's Garrett Tipton. Now they'll get it right side to P.J. Daniels. Ball stolen away.
They ran a stagger double and didn't get there.
Marquise Brown goes up, no good. Nice rebound by Meadows. And a whistle. I don't know if he was trying to save it or just throw it in bounds. It went off the face of P.J. Daniels.
Yeah. I mean, he got him right in the snaz, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did. I don't know if he's got a bloody nose or definitely got him right in the nose.
I don't know.
That hurts.
That hurts. That does hurt. Here, you'll see it right here. Now, some people think that might be a technical foul. You can slap the backboard once the ball's off the rim.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yep. He's all right.
There it is again. He's heading out of bounds, and ooh.
That's a pretty good hard throw, too.
Yes, it was. Two-handed hard throw.
Yeah. Just hustling.
So PJ will take a quick break.
Yeah, he's only a ninth
him
grader.
earlier, yeah, freshman. Started out on the JV team, was tearing it up, and so they bring him up to the varsity team.
Well, just think he's got 3 more years to experience more of those kind of plays.
Bulldog basketball, under a minute to play in the third period. They trail 36-29. Allen Meadows to the hoop. His shot is blocked from behind, but they don't get the – obviously it was a clean block, but they get a blocking call underneath the basket. I believe they're going to call it on Chase Albanese.
That's a really good call by the official right there. You know, I'm really big on allowing it to play on if it doesn't affect the play or somebody gets an advantage. But that affected the play and gave Hartley an advantage. So that's a really good call by the official. You can see right here, he's in the air.
Yeah, that's a clean block, but the blocking foul underneath the bucket is what it's called.
Yeah. And again, the defender was only, split. It's got to be squared up to really get the proper charge call from a good official.
Yep. Back to a 5-point deficit for the Bulldogs after those 2 free throws from Allen Meadows. He's 5 of 6 from the line tonight. That's been pretty big for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's had a good night. Here's a little 2-3 out of the Bulldogs. Little chess game here. Hawks are going to hold it.
Safford with it, gets it back out to Major Lowe to hold it for a little bit, down to 15 seconds.
I know one thing. I want Safford with the ball.
Oh,
if I'm coaching
absolutely.
Jared.
I agree.
Right here. That's who I want with the ball. Now we're in a high pick and roll. Bloom Carroll went man-to-man.
Down to 5 seconds. In the corner, three-pointer put up and in for Mac Weiging.
That is a big, big play.
Second three-pointer of the third period for Mac Weiging. All 6 of his points in that third.
Well, good penetration and pitch. Safford made the play happen because they had to help off the corner. He stuck it.
We talked about for the Bulldogs, Ethan Johnson stepping up in the second half in the third period with those 3 threes. But how about Mac Weiging? You mentioned at halftime they only had 2 or 3 guys in the scoring column.
2.
And now Mac Weiging gets on the board.
Yeah, well, that's big. Obviously he's hit 2 threes, but just to have another scorer and person available, because in high school basketball, people will figure out, and if you only have 2 people to score, they'll figure you out, and they will minimize their scoring. And if you don't have anybody else, Jared, it's hard to get points. And it's hard to win if you don't score.
So an 8-point deficit. I bet you if you tell some of these Carroll fans that they were only going to be down by 8 right now with 8 minutes to go in the ball game, and Otto Coons only has 2 points in the ball game, they think you're crazy.
Well, a season is such a journey and such a process. You just got to keep working to get better. And I think that's where Coach Mitchell was right now. They just have to get better.
Yep.
I mean, what is it, January the 9th?
Right.
So you're going to play 5 more weeks for sure. And then who knows what can happen.
Right.
If you get better and you get focused and you get on task as a unit, can't have just individuals, you have to have the whole unit, it's amazing what you can do during the tournament time.
Yeah. And these are the types of games that'll build you too.
No, you got to play competition. Yep. And their league's competitive, as it always has been.
Right.
And Hartley plays a very competitive schedule. So this is good for both these teams. There you go. That soft pass.
Brown jumping in that passing lane, and he slams it home.
It's funny what a dunk does.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially if you're not used to seeing them all the time. People excited.
Brings them back to within 6, 39-33.
And that's smart on Hartley. Get the ball to the basket. In this day of age of shoot to three, I love to see it right there. Attack the basket.
Peyton Collins at the free throw line.
Not everybody has a player of his skill and talent to be able to stick him in there and do that.
Free throws up and good.
Showing a really good shooting touch for a young man, too.
Yep, gives him 16 points in the ball game. He's just over his points per game average. 42-36, 6:36 and counting here in the fourth period.
Yeah, got to get a little more movement. Some of the cuts are got to be harder, as I said earlier, to influence the defense. Just got to cut harder and sharper.
Here's Brown.
Balanced.
Coons on the drive baseline, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here they come quickly up the floor. Safford kicks it over. Three-point attempt put up and in.
There you go.
For Major Lowe.
I think that's Major's first shot.
That is. First attempt, and he drains it.
Well, he's making them count when he takes them, isn't he?
Yeah. 9-point lead for the Hawks. Brown shot no good. Rebounded by Collins. Lowe down to the corner to Weiging. Back out to Safford for 3.
That's the first 3 he's taken. That's 2 threes in a row that neither one of them had taken and made.
Right.
So to their credit. But I like that in transition. He gets in flow. He followed as a trailer. Good feedback. just a doggone good player.
Kicks it up to a 12-point lead for the Hartley Hawks.
You know, it was 3 points just a minute ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it was 39-36. Carroll made their run. Next thing you know, Hartley gets a 9-0 stretch. And like I said, for them, maybe they are a little streaky. You know, we don't get a chance to see them in a long time, but that's a really positive streak for them here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So we'll see what Coach Mitchell
watch right here.
Breaks
see
the huddle
him kind
with,
of trail off the transition, and really there's no contest. You know, minimal effort on the players there, and he just buries it.
So 48-36, Hawks on top of the Bulldogs. 5:38 and counting here to play in the fourth period. Ethan Johnson back out to Meadows.
You just got to move. See, it freezes, Jared. And when you freeze, the defense just gets to stand.
Johnson off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Safford.
Good cut and drive.
Yep. And then a foul going to be called on Allen Meadows. His third. Sub going to come in. Darren Feeney comes in for the Bulldogs. P.J. Daniels gets it right left side to Garrett Tipton. Tipton on the drive. Quick move to in the paint. Gets his own board and puts it in.
Well, that's the first time he's really looked like a Division II signee.
Yeah, you're right.
Me. Put his head down, went aggressive.
Three-pointer in the corner. Thurett no good. Boy, what a job. Who is that in there? Was that 22? That's Darren Feeney just checking the ball game. Did a good job of getting in position.
Well, I think,
to box out.
Yeah, the Hartley player got a 2-point takedown on that, though.
Yeah. But Feeney was behind the Hartley player, and he just got around him as the shot went up. Good job by him. Meadows needs to get it inbounds and does so to Coons. Coons looked like a receiver on that one, not a quarterback. Thurett, right side to Coons. Back out to Allen Meadows. Clock rolls at 4.5 minutes to play in the ball game. 50-36, Hartley on top. Johnson drives to the block and whistle and a foul going to be called.
Yeah, defender bailed him out. They had him in a pickle.
Yep.
Boy, that frustrates you. I understand Coach Quartercrack's frustration. You've played good defense the whole possession until the last second. You know.
Major Lowe checks in. Going to get P.J. Daniels, who was called for that foul.
Yeah, you got to remember, that's a freshman.
Yep.
He go get some counseling, Jared.
Free throw put up and good for Ethan Johnson.
Yeah, you've got to be vertical, and that's what kids have to understand.
Second one, no good. 50-37, 13-point lead for the Hartley Hawks. Here's Safford, has a wide open three, but he traveled. Yep, shuffled his feet.
He had to prepare himself to shoot just a little sooner.
Yeah.
He was thinking about it, though.
Johnson takes a screen. Looking for Coons cutting, gets it out to Meadows.
Yeah, Ethan Otto's just got to work harder for the ball.
Good job by Allen Meadows there.
But that's
He's had a good ball game.
Allen Meadows had a great game.
That's his 10th point of the game, pulls him to within 11 at 50-39.
Well, it's going to be hard to get the ball. Hartley handles the ball pretty well. They're patient. And see, they get a layup.
Yep, Weiging with it.
Yeah, it'd be hard to get them out of what they like to do. So this is advantage Hartley right now.
Meadows, spin move inside the paint, kick it back out for three. Up and in. It's Ethan Johnson.
Coach trying to find somebody out can recognize his number. Because I mean, how many does he have to make till you figure out, guys?
He's got 16 in the ball game, 13 of them in this half.
Yeah.
And all of his field goals are three-pointers. He has one free throw.
He's done a good job staying with it. Looks confident shooting the ball, and the other players have found him.
So he's well above his average as well. He averages 9.9 a game. Safford inbound, gets it in to Collins. And P.J. Daniels carried the basketball.
Those are the growing pains you live with a young guard, Jared.
And he just checked back into the ball game.
It's a process, though. You know, just like building a team or it's building a player growing. It's a process.
3 minutes to play of the game. Bulldogs need to get it under 10 points here. They trail it by 10, 52-42. Here's Feeney. Now left side to Meadows. Back out to Johnson, who has the hot hand. Johnson on the drive, puts it up and in. Wow.
Yep, should have been and one.
52-44, 8-point deficit for the Bulldogs, but up the other way quickly. Nice pass from Safford to Tipton.
Yeah, Bulldogs jogged back, Jared.
Yep.
They did not sprint back on defense.
Johnson going to stop at the top, drain another three. Boy, he's feeling it.
He's definitely got his stroke going tonight. Coach Corcrash trying to find somebody who can recognize his number.
He's got 21 in the ball game. 18 of those in this half. Here's Safford just inside the three-point line. No good. Whistle and a foul going to be called on the Bulldogs. I think they're going to get Darren Feeney.
It's hard when you know you're 6 foot and they're 6'7", Jared. I mean, you have to move while the ball's in the air or you have no chance. Watch here. Pops back. And bottom.
6 threes in the game for Ethan Johnson.
Well, it's been the Ethan Johnson shooting show tonight for Carroll. Tell you what, he's put a good demonstration on.
54-47. Under 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Tipton gets it right side to Daniels. Now swinging it back to Tipton. Down to minute 40 to play. Tipton tried to get a pass over under the bucket to Collins, and it goes out of bounds. Another Ethan Johnson three here, pulls him to within 4. One of the Hawks assistant coaches says he's a shooter. You got to play him closer. Here's Feeney swinging left side to Meadows.
Well, the key is he's got a screen.
Coons underneath the basket. Couldn't get the reverse layup to go. Tried to catch and shoot all in one motion.
Yeah, athletes try to do things. They're just not getting back on defense.
Mac Weiging. 10 points in the ball game, all in this half. Allen Meadows, a long three. No good, rebounded by the Hawks. Under a minute to play in the ball game. And a whistle and foul going to be called on Micah Thurett. Get to our players of the game here momentarily. Actually, let's go ahead and get one of them right now. Let's get the, how about we do the Hawks player of the game right now? Brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. There's no one like you. Your hopes, dreams, talents, and experiences, even what you value in a bank, are unique to you. That's why instead of telling you what we can do, we'd rather listen to what you need, because at Fairfield National Bank, your story is the one that matters. There's no one like you. There's no bank like us. Could there be a better reason to meet? Fairfield National Bank. Be delighted with your bank. Fairfield National Bank is a division of Park National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Contact information at fairfieldnationalbank.com.
Well, Jared, for the Hawks, I think you got to name Morgan Safford. He does everything. He's under control. He scores. He's made some nice assists and passes tonight. He gets on the boards. He has got a complete game. Obviously, there are some areas that he can get better at. Yeah. But I really like his game. He did a nice job. You know, Peyton Collins had a really good ball game too.
Right.
For Bishop Hartley. So, And you talk about Wigan came in and really, he got 10 points this half, so that's big.
Meadows shot no good, rebounded by Tipton. Down to 30 seconds to play in the ball game. Let's get our Bloom Carroll player of the game, brought to you by Lines Auto, located at 268 North Broad Street in Bremen. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Or visit them online at www.linesauto.com.
I mean, Ethan Johnson just shot it in, kept him in the game tonight, and gave a shooting clinic. But I do want to give a shout-out to Alan Meadows.
Absolutely.
Jared. He's competed against people. He's had to play the point. You can see him bent over here at the free throw line. He's dead tired. He's worked hard, and when you're usually one of the guys around the baseline area more than that. He's had to play at the top, gave him pressure releases, did a really nice job competing tonight. So big shout out to both those players for Bloom Carroll tonight.
Substitutions coming into the ball game for both teams as we have 27.2 seconds to play in the game, and at the free throw line for the Hawks will be Garrett Tipton. First free throw for Tipton, up and good. Second one, no good. Meadows with the rebound. Bulldogs trail it by 10. Here's a three-pointer put up, no good for Brown. Rebound by the Bulldogs, shot no good. And a free throw attempt coming up, a couple of them for Trace Wisecarver. So Wisecarver will go to the free throw line. First one's no good. Braylon Mitchell coming in for the Hawks. Second one up and good for Wisecarver. 57-48. Down to 3 seconds. Time's going to run out on the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs, but a hard-fought basketball game. They stayed right in it. They lose it tonight 57-48 to the Hartley Hawks. And Tim, well, you got to tip your hat. Coach Mitchell kept his guys in it. And how about the play of Ethan Johnson? He had 21 points, 18 of those in the second half. Almost all those 18 in the fourth quarter.
Just did a nice job. His selection was good. He didn't force it. His teammates found him, and that's real positive. As again, to be good at this sport, you just got to work to be consistent. Yeah. You're not going to go without a mistake or an error. You just got to get consistent, and that's how the Bulldogs and Hawks too. They just got to work at being a little steadier. Hartley put a couple little streaks there. That last 9-0 run that they did, that kind of took the game and changed it, because it was a 3-point game at that point, and Hartley went on that 9-0 run, and that just ended the ball game, Jared. So.
Take a look at some final scoring for the Bulldogs. Micah Thorette had 6 points. It was Otto Coons with 2. Trace Wisecarver had 1. Alan Meadows, good ball game tonight, had 10 points. Marquise Brown had 8. And Ethan Johnson led all scorers tonight with 21 points. For the Hartley Hawks, Mac Weiging had a good second half. 0 at the half, 10 for the ball game. Again, we talked at halftime. They had 2 guys in the scoring column, and he picked them up in the second half.
You need 3 scores.
Yeah.
Honestly, to have a really good high school team, you need 3 players that can score consistently on a given night. And then, if others get in, contribute, and whatever, that's great.
Yeah.
But you can't just have 2. It's too easy to defend and negate you.
Major Lowe finished with 3 points. It was Garrett Tipton with 9. Also, Peyton Collins had 16, and Morgan Safford led the way for the Hawks with 19 points. He was our Bishop Hartley player of the game. Want to congratulate him. Also want to congratulate Ethan Johnson, our Bloom Carroll player of the game. So again, your final score, Bishop Hartley 57, Bloom Carroll 48. Good basketball game tonight. Good one to welcome us back after the holidays.
It is great to get 2018 off to a good start, Jared.
Yep. Want to thank all of you for joining us. Want to thank the ADs from these 2 schools, all the coaches and the fans, and of course our Interphase Video Productions crew. Thanks, guys. You always do a great job on this Tuesday night. Again, your final score, Bloom Carroll drops one tonight. A non-league contest to the Hawks, 57-48. For Tim Shoemaker and our entire IVP Sports crew, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, Fairfield National Bank, The Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield DD, Personal Touch Party Rentals, The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, The Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Lines Auto Service, The Carriage Company, Kumler Collision, Absolute Lawn Care and Snow Removal, and Dagger Law.